Hey everyone, Danny from DJD. Today I have another LEGO Minifigures Disney 100 opening for you all, and today I have another 3 packs as normal. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Let's start by opening the interesting pack, and that actually is that this one seems to be printed slightly wrong because the corner of it, when you compare to the pack, is actually just dented a little bit. And you can see it on the back as well, which I think is really interesting. So this is an interesting pack actually. So yeah, let's open it up. Yes. I should get all the pieces out. Here we have. Still put this up by six. Yep, it's definitely Mulan. So here we have Mulan. Now the spare pieces you get an extra one of these little pyramid pieces, which is what I actually used to confirm that it was Mulan. A stud, which drew me into thinking it was her, and the sword, which also confirmed it for me as well, which were all spare pieces as well. Looking at the minifigure herself, obviously it's the base sword that we've had in a bunch of sets, which I think must have been introduced back in 2012 at this point. I actually don't know what this character's called, because I actually haven't seen the Mulan movie, but it does look really cool. The print's really nice, I think, and the pieces used are pretty common. I think the only animal character I think people would have wanted was Mushu, I think it's called. The character's called. I'm not entirely sure. But looking at the minifigure itself, I think this is from like the end of the movie with that medal. A nice rubber headpiece, which I think was used on the mini doll as well. But looking at the minifigure itself, dual mono boots, which is really cool. I love the printing on the front of the legs. And even the back, if I shake it around, with the alternate head of her looking more angry. One of the reasons I actually wanted to get Mulan is because I wanted to do a funny joke video for May the 4th, which unfortunately couldn't do it because I was just going to have a stop motion maybe where Mulan would appear, because if you guys didn't know, this version of Mulan is obviously the animated film, which was voiced by Ming-Na Wen, who, as we all know from Star Wars, is Fennec Shand. If you also know Marvel, you know she played May from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So yeah, so I think it's really cool to finally get Mulan minifigure, and I think it's really nice to just compare it to Fennec. I don't have the minifigure on hand, but it is interesting that you could possibly use its face, actually. But yeah, that is Mulan. And now let's move on to the second bag. And it is in fact, oh, it's the Evil Queen. Let's get all the pieces out. Let's double check the bag for this tape. Nothing more, there we go. Yeah, we have the Evil Queen. So here we have the Evil Queen, and the interesting thing that I wanted to note was actually the build for the mirror on the wall, which I love the fact that it is an actual minifigure head, which I think works really well with the minifigures. But it was how this actually worked, because I thought, looking at the piece itself, would this be something to be able to fit something in? Now, I don't actually know if this is a new piece or an update one, because I don't actually remember it having that type of hole, which is able to fit a just a pipe piece through, which I need to double check. I think my other shield pieces. I'm not sure if you have one of those pieces that you can 100% check. Leave in the comment section down below, because to me this looks like it is a new piece, because it looks more of like an oval shape instead of a slightly wider one. So yeah, I think this could be a new piece, which I think is quite cool. The minifigure herself, I think, is really nice. I just have a problem with the face print. Obviously, you guys didn't know, black minifigure heads, like the base black, if you have like a base flesh tone design, like let's compare Mulan here, it's gonna look more washed out. This is something that DC suffered with characters like Batman, especially within like the 2015 era. It's not great, unfortunately, but I think it's the best that LEGO can do. But looking at spare pieces, you get another one of her crown, which I think is quite nice to get a duplicate of. Obviously, no double-sided face. I do like the little cape pieces that she comes with. Excellent detailing. In fact, if I look, the cape's actually double molded, because you get red on the inside, and you get some nice printing on the back. So yeah, that is the Evil Queen minifigure from the series. And now let's move on to the final character of the video, and it is, ooh, Dr. Facilius. Now here we have Dr. Facilius from the movie Princess and the Frog, and when I was pouring out the pieces, I realised I didn't actually get the little tick 1x2 print out from the character. So let's, I think, get that to focus a little bit. Ooh. Which looks very nice. Come to the minifigure itself, I it's a really good minifigure. The staff build is fine. It just uses up the pieces which you just get spares of completely. So the wand, the 1x1 stuff with a hole, and a transparent purple tile. So that's cool. But the minifigure itself, I think, is where I think people really like the character, because the hat is actually a new mold, which is the same molding that they used using on the Jiminy Cricket minifigure from the same CMF. And I realised I had it on the wrong way around just then, because there's printing on the front. I really didn't pay attention to that, did I? But yeah, I think the printing, now I've realised that actually exists on the front. I think it's really cool with the feather and the skull and crossbones. The rim itself looks to be a dual mold because you can just see it on the inside, which I think is really cool. The head itself, I think, is a lovely head print for the character. I think it well represents him. And no back face print, because obviously his hat doesn't cover the backside of his face. And while at the back, you can barely see that he does actually have some back printing, very faint. It does show up much better, I think, when you don't have like a glaring light to the side, but yeah, you can just about say I think it's really cool. And you can even see some lovely printing on the front, and even some lovely toe printing, which works really well. So yeah, that is Dr. Facilius. So yeah, those are the 3 characters I got in this video. If you guys want to see what I got in the previous videos, I'm sure I'll link a card somewhere. I'll probably link the full LEGO minifigures playlist, which has from my Series 23, my Series 24, and now Disney 100 CMF openings all together into one playlist. So you can check out what I got in the first 2 installments of the Disney 100 series, which I think is really cool. I like the diversity of characters we're getting from different movies, and even something like Oswald, I think, is a lovely inclusion. But to these characters themselves, obviously, some could argue we should be getting more sets. It is weird to me that we've gotten an evil queen, but no Snow White. I think that's an interesting one. I'm sure we'll get Snow White this year, because there's no way LEGO doesn't do a Snow White minifigure. I think, considering we've got a new movie for her coming, I think in 2024, I think it's coming out. I'm surprised that I wouldn't be surprised in the next 2 years. More likely if they do one based on the movie, because the Little Mermaid movie's getting set, we'll get a Snow White minifigure. So unless we get one in the new room at Disney Castle, don't worry, the Evil Queen won't be by herself for long. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the video. Okay guys, goodbye.